You're listening to Cougar Soccer on KUGR. The Cougs are a goal scoring express. 4 goals here scored in the first half. Can the Cougs continue it? We'll find out. I'm Ben Walker.
And I'm Dylan Bergman. And we're excited to have you here in the second half of play. It looks like it should be a good one here as Washington State University, once more scoring 4, really just been able to have their defense act as an offense and get the ball into that midfield area, as it looks like there's about to be a head start. Ben, are you ready for this one?
I am definitely ready. You got to think here for the Cougs. What more can they do? I mean, they're already up 4-0 here. I mean, apart from just cleaning up a few goals. And it looks like the ball's set into play. Seattle U kicked it out. Looks like Standifer will get her first action of the second half, a goal kick here.
Yeah, really, it was a quick attack by Seattle U. Washington State able to press it kind of towards their near side line and was able to get the stop there.
Looks like Caroline Penner on the ball. Looks like she's making a move here. Sends a cross in, cleared out by Fitzgerald. Will be Seattle U's first corner kick of the game. Only the third corner of the entire match here.
Yeah, Seattle U definitely doing all out offense right now. It's after one half of play when you up 4 goals, which is half your leading scores total of the season. You're going to want to change something.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like there might be a stoppage in play here. Ref talking to a player inside the box. Look, ref blew his whistle, and it looks like we're back here. Seattle U ready for the corner. Corner's taken in. Looks like it's cleared out by Mitchell, and it looks like it will be a foul here on Seattle U. Standifer will get the free kick here in the 47th minute. Cougs are up 4-0 against Seattle U. You got to think here at what does Seattle U need to do here to just at least get a goal?
Just take shots. Seattle U unable to really get many shots here.
Seattle U here on the ball just at the 18. Maggie Mace able to get the ball here. Gives it away. Cleared out by Peyton Price. Cougs. Maggie Mace here at the ball. Driving up field up to Siddall, the goal scorer, or one of the goal scorers, excuse me, gives it away to Seattle U. Seattle U with the ball here at midfield. Number 9 Schuster with the ball here. Looks like that is cleared out by Ashley Reese. So it will be a throw in here for Seattle U. It's like number 3, Sydney Smith with the throw in here. Right to Reese. Reese with the ball. Reese on to Young. Young passes it up to Kludstall. Kludstall to Goreshi. Goreshi driving up. Goreshi lays it off to Mace. Mace with the cross up field to Alina Watts. Alina Watts trying to get there. Alina Watts able to keep it in on the line. Watts on that left side driving up. Watts with the cross in. Oh, and just on the outside of the net. Great shot there, or great attempt there, excuse me, by the Cougs. And it looks like will be a Cougar corner kick here, the third corner kick of the night here in the 49th minute. Cougs still up 4-0 on Seattle U. Audrey Shackelford will take it.
Really, Washington State University hasn't been able to fully capitalize on their corner kicks tonight. Kurgan really been able to just snag the balls midair. Will she do that again? Let's find out.
Shackelford sends it in, and yes, she does. Right to Kurgan. Looks like there was some contact there between her and Fitzgerald. She is down.
Looks like it's going to be a timeout here for an injured player. Looks Kurgan gets up a little slow, taking a bit of breath. You know, you're not running pads, so any sort of physical contact, you really do feel that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if you were a keeper or not, but when you get the knock wind out of yourself in soccer, you get the wind knocked right out of yourself.
Yeah, you truly do.
As this is going to be,
looks like Seattle U takes in the goal kick, or Free kick, goal kick. I'm not entirely sure what the call was there. As Sydney Smith is on the ball for Seattle U, driving upfield. Seattle U trying to get the ball back here. Seattle U, trying to get the ball out of the defensive half there. Cougs able to recover. Ashley Reese on the ball. Reese sends it up to Young. Young with some fancy footwork. Young caught in a trap. Young unable to keep possession. Gives the ball away. She wins it right back, though. Lays it off to Greshi. Greshi sends it into, looks like Maggie Mace. Mace lays it off to Shackelford. Shackelford sends it up to Watts again on that left wing. Unable to get to Watts, though. Just a step in front of her.
Moving target once again, just a little bit too much power there, forces that ball a little bit wide. Washington State University does show some really good pressure at the midfield, which has allowed them to control this game so much.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like it's number 5, Bonnet on the ball. Oh, and Bonnet sends it out. Looks like it will be a throw in here for the Cougs. I believe that is Watts with the throw in. Watts gets it right back, lays off to Mace. Mace able to get off the foot of a Seattle U defenders. The Cougs get a throw in here. Again, it's Watts. Watts sends it up to Siddall. Siddall trying to get it past. Siddall unable to, loses possession here. It's like a slip by a Seattle U defender is not costly, as Seattle U is able to clear it out. Up to, it looked like it was Penner. Seattle U up the field to Schuster. Schuster with the ball. Schuster lays it off. Shot right to Stanifer. It looks like that shot was by number 22, Zoe Hopkins.
Well, Washington State there, Stanifer hasn't really had to make any sort of dangerous saves tonight, which is always a good sign for your keeper, because dangerous saves are what allows goals, and Washington State University never really allowing any of those kind of up close shots. Great work by the defense.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, like I was saying earlier, Schulenberger builds his team off defenses, so it's not surprising to see that. And it looks like there's a foul on number 10, Audrey Shackelford. Cougs with a free kick. Fitzgerald lays it off to Reese. Reese sends it into the box. Reese trying to get there, unable to get there, sends it right into Cassidy Kurgan. And it looks like Ava Gureshi will get a yellow card here in the 52nd minute. The 12th foul committed by Washington State. Kind of surprising that it took 12 fouls for the first card to come out here.
Yeah, a lot of them haven't been all that egregious fouls, and more of like kind of talking to fouls. So none of them have risen up to a state of a caution, and this is really the first one that I guess does rise.
Yeah, you got to think, though, especially with just every foul, after a while, it's got to be built up. Looks like Young here on the ball. Young sends it up to Cledsdahl. Cledsdahl to Shackelford. Shackelford trying to get out of trouble. Shackelford finds Watts. Watts wide open, drifting up that left wing. Watts with plenty of space. Watts tries to cut in. Watts off to Gureshi. Cleared out by Seattle U, number 25, Marla Galtz on the clearance. Maggie Mace able to recover. Mace drives up the field. Mace to Gureshi. Gureshi up the left wing now. Gureshi able to get past the defender. Gureshi off to Watts. Watts tries to send it in just over the head of Jordan Young. Jordan Young is able to collect that, though, on the other side. Young sends it in off of Seattle U, right back to her. Sends it right back in. Clear. Siddall on the ball. Siddall right to Seattle U, able to clear that out. Back to Young, though, just outside the 18. Looks like Young fouled there just outside of Seattle U's 18 box, and it will be a free kick here for Seattle U.
That was just a really poorly timed tackle there. I don't even I understand why she was trying to tackle there. Just a very undisciplined tackle there gives Seattle U the free kick.
Yeah, definitely. I understand the idea there, but you definitely got to be a little bit more just play a little smarter right there. Reese able to clear the ball out for the Cougs. Shackelford able to win the ball right back to Reese. Reese, though, gives it right back to Seattle U. Schuster on the ball. Schuster drops it back. Ball sent in by Seattle U. Maggie Mace with the clearance. Unable to clear it all the way out, though. Headed into the box. Zora Stanifer easily collected. Waited there for a minute for Seattle U to come in, then picks it up. Stanifer just holding on to the ball now. Stanifer with the clearance or with the kick out to Gureshi. Gureshi unable to win it. Seattle U with possession here. Seattle U is driving up the field right now. Maggie Mace looks like Maggie Mace might have gone fouled, but no call there as it is a play on.
Two players just came together. No one really gained an advantage or disadvantage by expanding their bodies. It was just two players going for the ball. No foul there.
Looks like Zoe Hopkins sends it up to right to Maggie Mace. Or excuse me, that was Peyton Price. It's like Alina Watts driving up to Jordan Young. Jordan Young in a foot race right now, unable to win it. Number 3, Sydney Smith for Seattle U, able to become the victor out of that foot race. 55th minute here, excuse me, as the Cougs still lead Seattle U here 4-0. Ball sent in across the box, cleared out by the Cougs, and collected by Standifer. You're not really seeing a ton of, you're definitely seeing more offensive production here from Seattle U, but still not a ton of great looks on goal here.
Yeah, when you see it, it looks like Washington State University is double teaming Caroline Penner, their leading goal scorer, and so she hasn't been able to break free at all, and no real sort of opportunities have arisen for her as it looks like it was just a little bit of a pushing and shoving there. Would you say?
Yeah, it looks like it was number 5, Bella Bonnet, just pushed down Abigail Siddall. It will be the 7th foul here for Seattle U as the Cougs get a free kick here in the 56th minute. Cougs still up 4-0 against Seattle U here. Looks like it will be Alina Watts standing over the ball.
Washington State looking to basically the look appears to be to have a kind of a crosser to get into the area.
Yeah, Alina Watts send it in though, easily cleared out by the head of a Seattle U defender. Ashley Reese able to recover and send it on to, I believe that's Shackelford. Shackelford driving into the box. Shackelford sends it in right to Kurgan though. She sends it out. Alina Watts able to recover there. It looks like it is sent out. Both teams protesting for the ball, and it looks like it will be a throw in here for Seattle U. Last off of a Coug foot. And it looks like we will see number 3, Journey Middleborn, check in here. Number 25, Ava Gureshi checking out.
Number 3, Journey Middleborn.
It looks like maybe not. I'm not entirely sure what's happening. Journey Middleborn going off the field. Ava Gureshi staying on. Maybe the ref just didn't allow for the sub to happen yet. Seattle U here with the throw, waiting for the ref's whistle. And it looks like the sub is happening as number 25, Ava Gureshi, is coming off the field.
It was a quick video replay. It appears to be Washington State University now has the throw in. So the procedure is they have to determine where the ball is dead, if the ball is dead at all, and then determine when the substitution can happen. That's what happened there, and they determined the substitution can happen because Washington State University has a throw-in.
Okay, gotcha. And it looked like it was number 3, Journey Middleborn checking in, and number 25, Ava Gureshi checking out. Standifer with the ball here in her box now. Standifer sends it out. Looks like number 25, Audrey Shackelford number 10, Shackelford trying to get there. Unable to get there, though. Maisie Cludsdahl able to win that header. Sends it to Middleborn. Middleborn sends it to Watts. Middleborn sends it back up, trying to get to Shackelford. Shackelford gets a foot, though, unable to find the foot of a Coug, as it is now Seattle U's ball. Zoe Hopkins sends it up the field, just in front of the Seattle U winger. Ball sent out there. Cougs with the throw-in.
Yeah, well, just a little bit too much power there. Washington State University able to really kind of corral and kind of just slow down their pairings, which allows them to get that throw in and cut off any sort of counterattack by Seattle U.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. This has been just a great showing and an expected showing by this Cougar back line here. And looks like A yellow card here will be given to Seattle U, number 25, Marla Galditz here, the recipient. 8 fouls here for Seattle U to Washington State's 13. Both, though, only have 1 yellow card to show for. Here in the 58th minute, Cougs still lead 4-0 at a 4-goal deficit to come over.
And most of those fouls are now coming into the in this second half, which represents that Seattle U is being much more aggressive.
Yeah, looks like Maggie Mace fouled there. Seattle U will get a free kick. Elect to take it quickly here. Right to Maisie Cludsdahl for the Cougs. Looks like there maybe will be a foul here. Maisie Cludsdahl not appearing happy with that call. And Seattle U will get the free kick here. It will be number 17, Jalen Byman, standing over it. Here in the 59th minute, Cougs still up 4-0. Byman sends it in. Little bobble in the box. And Seattle U found their first goal of the night. Number 22, Zoe Hopkins with the goal here in the 59th minute. Seattle U found their first of the night. It is 4-1. Cougs still up.
Yeah, it was a bit of a misread by Stanifer. It looks like the entire back line just could not communicate with one another. That allows that goal to come in. Everyone was looking, whose person was that? They didn't know whose person it was. And you know whose person that was? It was the ball that was going in the net.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Zora Stanifer tried to come out to grab that ball. I didn't quite see if she got a hand on that or not, but was not able to come down with it. And when you do that, that just creates chaos, and chaos leads to goals. And Seattle, you got their first goal of the night here as it is sent back out. I believe that was Peyton Price cleared it out for the Cougs as Seattle U now has the ball. Up to Hopkins, the goal scorer. Mitchell clears it out. It's interesting, too, that goal was scored by number 22, Zoe Hopkins, not Caroline Penner, not quite the player you'd expect.
That is going to be her first goal of the season, although she does have 3 assists. She's from Lake Stevens, Washington, and I guess you could say that she's now in Lake Goals, Washington.
Yeah,
a sophomore
so.
gets her first goal of WCC play and first goal of the season.
And the first goal in WCC history for Seattle U.
Oh, right you are. Good observation there.
And Ashley Reese will send the throw in here to Journey Middleborn. Middleborn try to get out. Middleborn unable to get it. Give it right back to Seattle. You're in a dangerous position. Marla Galditz on the ball. Cougs able to clear that out. Shackelford on the ball here now. Shackelford driving it up midfield here. Past midfield. Shackelford wanting it to Middleborn. Middleborn with the ball here in the box. Middleborn tries to send it through right to a Seattle U defender, able to collect it. Lays off to Shackelford. Shackelford lays it off to Mace. Mace elects to go out wide to Ashley Reese. Ashley Reese driving up here right to the Seattle U defender, though, unfortunately. Jordan Young trying to win the ball, able to win the ball. Not entirely sure what happened there. It looks like a foul was called.
Yeah, it was I think it was a grab and restrict on number 3 for Seattle. Number 3 on Seattle U. Sydney Smith.
Yeah, and it looks like the Cougs here will get a free kick. Audrey Shackelford standing over it here. A little bit outside of the 18-yard box on that right side here. Seattle U going with the wall of 3 here. Looks like the Cougs are a lot of Cougs here in the box. Looks like they have 2 defenders back here. Shackelford with the right foot sends it in. Off of the head of Mitchell. Unable to get in the goal, though. Ball gets sent back here to Watts. Watts able to collect it. Watts sends up to Mace. Mace tries to find it to Siddall. Siddall unable to get there. Seattle U back here with the ball. Seattle U at about midfield now. Seattle U in the Cougs defensive half now. Sends it up right to Mitchell. Mitchell able to get that out there. Lays it off to Cludsdahl. Cludsdahl sends it up to Reese. Reese up to Young. Jordan Young with a pause there. Young up to Reese. Reese up to Middleborn, unable to get to Middleborn there. It looks like she just got a little tangled up there.
It looks like it's going to be 1-2 substitutions for Seattle U, as is going to be number 32, Abigail Siddall, coming off for Washington State University. It's going to be
number 18, Isabel Wright, checking in here for the Cougs. Looks like Seattle U will get a throw in here deep in their own half. Seattle U with take the throw in. On to looks like it was on to Cludsdall. Cludsdall able to send it out to Mace. Mace up to Price. Price sends it up to Shackelford, and looks like there's a foul here on Maggie Mace. Or excuse me, that was Peyton Price. Having a few words there with the referee. Looks like that was just a conversation there. No card coming out, but 15th foul here for the Cougs here in the 63rd minute. Still 4-1. Seattle U sends in the free kick. Stadfinder with the punch out. Both players are down. Looks like looks like two players now here down for Seattle U is the goalkeeper Stadifer's down. Not quite sure who's down here for Seattle U. That is that's so unfortunate to see here. Looks like Stadifer is able to get back up.
Yeah, she got hit in the hip there. Both players are going for the ball. One for a header, the other one, she looks like she was trying to punch it out, and she just mistimed everything. It was just a kind of one of those kind of plays that just everything that could go wrong went wrong on that play. And, Stadiford is very lucky that it's not more. It looks like it's just going to be knocking the wind knocked out of her.
Yeah.
She looks to be rejoining the Cougs,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
she was flipped right over.
Yeah, for
She did
sure.
a full windmill in the air and it fell down.
It's like it was number 25, Marla Gelds for Seattle U here. She is able to get up and walk off the field. Yeah, and if the Cougs here, if they had lost Zora Standifer, that would have been a very tough blow. Already lost their starting goalkeeper, Kiera Fitzgerald, 2 games ago, last home game against North Dakota State. She went out and is out for the season. So if Standifer had gone out here, that really leaves one goalkeeper left here for the Cougs. Glad to see, though, that both players are up and walking around.
Which, when you're on your third string goalkeeper, that is never a good sign, especially for the early part of the season. That also, because the keeper oftentimes acts as kind of like a quasi-captain, you're going to be losing out on a lot of leadership in that locker room.
Yeah.
The one that can coordinate the offense, that offensive breakouts that you're needing. And Standifer has helped Washington State be able to kind of control that midfield play.
Definitely,
Not
for
sure
sure.
exactly the referee is going over to the score, going over to the officials table there. Not sure exactly what the discussion is there because we don't have, of course, we don't have a microphone down there.
Yeah, I don't.
But Washington State, losing an experienced goalkeeper in Stanifer, who's a transfer from Long Beach State University, is really something that is, if that happened. And this is something we're going to be watching out for, because if Stanford continues to have more stuff during the match, that could be wear and tear for the start of for later in the WCC play, or even tonight, and that could lead to injury. Injuries oftentimes happen because of not even just the raw action, but because of the buildup of actions that happen on the body.
Yeah, definitely. Not quite sure what that stoppage in play was for there, but we are back now. Zora Stanifer is standing over the ball in her own box. Ref blows the whistle, and we are back underway here in the 63rd minute. Cougs still up 4-1 against Seattle U. Ball is sent in, cleared out, or right to Seattle U. Seattle U, though, sends it right back to the Cougs. Cougs give it right back to Seattle U, though. Looks like it will be Schuster. Lays it off to Smith. Smith back to Schuster. Schuster gives it right back to the Cougs. Shackelford on the ball, driving that field here. A little bit of physicality. Up to Wright. Wright trying to get there. Looks like Wright unable to get there. The ball is sent out, and that will be a goal kick here for Seattle U. Kurgan lays it off to Looks like it will be a throw in here for the Cougs. Ashley Reese takes it in here in the 64th minute. Cougs still up 4-1 against Seattle U. Reese gives it to Young. Young gives it right back to Reese. Reese tried to lay it upfield to Middleborn, unable to get to Middleborn. Seattle U will get the throw in here. It looks like it is Sydney Smith on the throw in for Seattle U. Smith throws it in. Seattle U still with the ball. Shackelford able to gain possession though. Went off the back of a player that unfortunately fell down. Trying to get to Young. Young able to get it. Young with the cross in the box. Looks like that was Isabel Wright trying to get in goal, just in front of the goal. Easily collected there by Kurgan.
Kurgan gets good angles there. Washington State, that shot was just a little bit, had too much of an angle there. Could have been a little bit sharper and could have gotten that net there, as there was a pretty healthy amount of net open.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong there, but that was really the Cougs' first offensive attack of the half here that we've really seen. 64th minute here. Cougs still up 4-1 though. Reese sends it in. Jordan Young here with the ball. Young off to Shackelford. Shackelford finds Alina Watts up the field. Watts in a foot race. Watts unable to win the foot race though. This is cleared out by Seattle U. Cougs will get another throw in here in the 66th minute. Still up 4-1 though, so looks like it will be Watts taking the throw in. Watts goes long into the box to Young. Young's trying to find something. Young with the turn. Young with the pullback. Young unable to find something. Lays it off to Shackelford. Shackelford dribbling through now. Lays it off to Cludsdall. Cludsdall gives it up to Mace. Mace back to Watts on that left wing. Watts sends it in right to Kurgan.
I will say this: Young's footwork there. She could, with all that great footwork, she could have tried out for the Viennese waltz with the way she was able to spin around and get that ball away from the defenders.
Yeah, maybe for sure. And I mean, ball goes out here over the netting here into looks like maybe the backyard of somebody. And Seattle U will get a throw in here.
Yeah, the throw in kind of in an attacking spot where Seattle U will be trying to break out downs.
Yeah, the Seattle U went long here. Tries to get into the box, able to clear it out by Mitchell though, as they get another throw in back into the box here. Excuse me. Looks like there's a foul here in the 67th minute. Zora Standifer kicks it in. Cougs still up here 4-1 though. Watts with the ball. Watts lays it back to Mitchell. Mitchell gives it to Reese. Reese gives it to Middleborn. Middleborn loses it though. Smith able to recover for Seattle, able to get the ball there for Seattle U, lays it off. Seattle U with the ball here. Seattle U trying to get up midfield with the pass attempt there to Zoe Hopkins, easily cleared out or easily collected there by Alina Watts. Passes it to Middleborn. Middleborn tries to get it to Mace. Mace unable to get there. Seattle U easily collected that. Seattle U bit there with maybe a bit of a mistake, easily collected by Shackelford. Shackelford gives it off to Reese. Reese laid it off to Price. Price sends it upfield right back to Seattle U. Seattle U here is on an attack. Seattle U with maybe a shot, easily collected though by Standifer. Not much she had to do there. I mean, a little dive, but
her eyes were on that ball the entire time. They were locked as if they were chained to her body.
Yeah, for sure. Standifer here with the goal kick in the 68th minute. Cougs still up 4-1. Standifer sends it in off of the head of Sydney Smith. Sydney Smith able to... Looks like Smith was maybe trying to get that back, but ends up turning what would have been a throw-in here for the Cougs into a corner kick here for the Cougs. The fourth corner kick here tonight for the Cougs in the 69th minute. Still up 4-1. Audrey Shackelford to take it.
Well, every single shot has been close to that net. They haven't really been shooting it to that top part of the box. They're really trying to crunch it into the goalkeeper and just get a body on it and get a body inside that net. And I'm guessing they're going to probably do the same thing
Yeah,
too.
for sure. As Shackelford sends it in. Just over the head of Middleborn. Cleared out by Seattle U here. Peyton Price able to recover. Price just lets it go out. Cougar throw in here.
You know, the commentator's curse is real, as that one was sent right to the penalty kick spot. Washington State trying to spice things up as Kiergan really strong on basically intercepting those corner kick passes.
Yeah, definitely. She's had to do that a few times here tonight, and she's done it every time. And it looked like Alina Watts sent that in, and their Cougs were unable to keep possession here, though. Looks like Isabel right on the ball. Looks like there was maybe an offsides call there for the Cougs, and it will be a goal kick here for Seattle U.
Two substitutes coming on. It's going to be number 2 Caroline Parner coming off. This is going to be replaced by number 13 Taylor Marks from Newcastle, Washington. 8 games play, yet to get her first goal of the season, though.
Ball is sent in, and it is immediately right back to the Cougs backline. Cougs able to recover, though. Maggie Mace on the ball here, sends it up to Isabel right up on that left wing, trying to dribble through. Unable to dribble through there. Some contact, though, and Seattle U now has the ball. Ball is sent up here to Watts. Watts to Shackelford. 71st minute here. Still 4-1 here for the Cougs as they are on the offensive attack. Right up the left wing, sends it in. Right to Seattle U, though. Clears it out. Shackelford able to collect it for the Cougs just outside of the 18 here. Shackelford lays it back to Watts. Watts to Mace, excuse me. Mace unable to keep possession. Watts wins it right back, though, here for the Cougs. Watts driving up the field. Watts with the shot. Oh, just missed. Great shot there, though.
She had everything she could ever want, and the keeper kind of through her positioning, kind of forces it a little outside. Just Watts also just had a little too much leg on that one. That was a nice shot attempt.
Yeah, that certainly was a nice shot attempt. Just unable to find the net, though, unfortunately, as it is sent in by Kurgan off of the head of Mace. Seattle U able to collect the ball, though. Seattle U here on the ball again. Ball is up to Hopkins. Maggie Mace able to win that ball, though, here. Mace with some nice footwork to maintain possession here. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell up to Watts. Watts sends it up to right. Gives it right back to Seattle U. Looks like number 2, Aya McLean, her first minutes of the night. Great spin move there. Up to Young. Young sends it into Middleborn in the box. Middleborn unable to get the shot. McLean with the ball. McLean loses the ball, though. Gives it right back to Seattle U in the box.
Oh my goodness gracious. McLean's spin move there caused me to drop my mouth to drop wide open.
Yeah, that was a great move there. Her unfortunately just got tangled up there, unable to get a shot off as the ball is into the box. Zora Stanifer able to collect it here in the 73rd minute. Cougs up 4-1 here. You got to think here for Seattle U. There's really not much they've been able to do offensively tonight. What do you do to get goals here right now?
Shots.
I mean,
And they're not getting shots. That's the problem. They need to be able to break out of the Cougars' defense, which has just been unstoppable for them, and they just are being out physicaled, outsped. Just every part of the game, they're being outdone, and you just can't do that. You just can't get shots on net if you're being outdone in every part of the game.
Yeah, definitely is. Watts has the ball here at midfield for the Cougs. Watts drives it in upfield. Watts takes it up to about halfway into the Cougs offensive half. She lays off to right. Right, unable to maintain possession. Last off of her as Kurgan will get another goal kick here in the 74th minute. Cougs up 4-1. Kurgan lays it off. Sent and cleared out by Mitchell with the header.
That was a nice header. She just sent that ball right down unfortunate that her teammates couldn't capitalize a little bit more on that one, but that just really shows how Washington State University has been able to control this game.
Yeah, for sure. The Cougs have been in control the whole game. I mean, if the 4-1 scoreline didn't say enough, just watching this midfield here, just really what the Cougs have been able to do in the midfield. As Wright has the ball here, Wright unable to keep possession here, though, gives it right back to Seattle U. Seattle U sends it off of the foot of Seattle U, goes out of bounds. Throw in here for the Cougs in the 74th minute here. Cougs still up 4-1. Watts with the throw in. Watts to Young. Young unable to get possession. Right back to Seattle U. And Seattle U gives it right back to the Cougs. Number 2, Aya McLean on the ball. Aya McLean with a little fall there, able to keep possession, gives it back. Maggie Mace with the ball now. Mace just outside the 18. Mace gives it up to Young on that left wing. Or excuse me, not Mace. Young with the ball. Young unable to keep possession, though. Ball goes out of bounds. Kurgan here with the goal kick in the 75th minute here. Cougs up 4-1. Looks like number 22, Elliot Cordes, will come in for the Cougs. Number 21, Jordan Young checking off. Looks like Seattle U here is also substituting. Ball gets kicked in here by Kurgan. Off of Cordes. Cougs able to maintain possession. Middleborn with the handball. Unfortunate mistake there by her.
Got a little too fancy there. Send the ball upwards, and her hand just got in the way of that ball, and that's not in a natural position. And handball is the easy call.
Yeah, definitely free kick given to Seattle U. Seattle U sends it up. Ball right back in the hands of Standifer. Yeah, a lot of handballs you see are definitely not intentional, but a handball is still a handball, unfortunately.
I mean, you're taught at a very young age, don't use your hands when playing soccer, and
yeah,
it's just you can't just chop off your hands and arms when you're playing soccer. Unfortunately,
yeah,
we haven't invented that magic potion.
Nah, although I guess you can use the ball though if you're Cassidy Kurgan or Zora Standifer here. You can use your hands. As Cordes with the ball here. Cordes driving upfield. Cordes going up that right side. Cordes, a little bit of contact. Cordes unable to maintain possession. Looks like it was last off of her. Seattle U with the throw in here. Sydney Smith here taking the throw in for the Cougs. So just Smith with the throw in here. Foul on number 3, Journey Middleborn here in the 77th minute. Cougs up 4-1.
She just she was trying to crowd her out, and I think she just got a little too physical and just kind of toppled her over like a domino, and that draws an easy foul call by the referee.
Definitely. 16th foul here conceded by the Cougs. You definitely got to expect to see that in a game like this. Cougs are just a very physical team. As the ball is sent up here on the right side for Seattle U. Seattle U trying to maintain possession. Zoe Hopkins with her second of the night, as it is now 2-1 Cougs in the 77th minute here. That is a very unfortunate goal to give away here for the Cougs.
Yeah, really, once again, it's that communication breakdown. Nobody knew whose girl it was.
Yeah, definitely not.
Who's overseeing this person. And what ends up happening is that two different defenders are looking at each other like, she scores, right? Oh, she's scoring. And that and a little bit of a Stradifer also hurt herself a little bit with that rebound control. She allowed that ball to kind of get out a little bit further away from her than she probably could have allowed, and that ends up just conceding the goal. Like I said, they're getting shots on good goal. If you get shots on goal, that means you can probably get a few goals now and again.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. 2 goals here off of 7 shots for Seattle U here, as they're right back on the attack again. Not quite sure who that was that committed the foul, but it looks like there will be a yellow card given out here.
Yep, it was just on a breakaway like that. It was not an obvious goal scoring opportunity, but it was just way too much physicality and a caution, and that's going to get you a booking any time.
Looks like
you're thankful, especially in a scoring opportunity like that. So long as it's not obvious goal scoring opportunity. If that could have been a red card. So Washington State is a little bit should be thankful there that it's not going to be a red.
Yeah, definitely foul there by Elliot Cordes here. And yeah, that's what you call a professional foul. Goal scoring opportunity, not an obvious one though. You commit the foul, take your yellow, and move on. As Seattle U here with the free kick. Seattle U takes the free kick. Once looks like foul here committed by Seattle U. Not happy with the call though.
I think both teams are getting very antsy here in the 78th minute of play. You know, when that caution was issued, Stanford, right? She was argumentative too. So this is not just one side. It's everyone is getting antsy this game.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Stanford sends it in here. Seattle U back here with possession. Looks like it'll be number 11. Liano running up here with the ball, trying to maintain possession. Seattle U unable to maintain possession here. Gives it off to the Cougs. Cougs give it right back to Seattle U here though. Crossing the box, deflected off of, I believe that was Isabel Wright. Ball stays in though. Seattle U here still with the ball in their offensive half. Ball is sent up. Unable to get on the head of a player as the Cougs just let it run out. And that will be a goal kick here for Zora Stanford here in the 79th minute. Cougs up 4-2 now. If you're the Cougs here, you got to think, just try to run this clock out.
And Caroline Pinner is now coming in for Seattle U. That is going to be an interesting dynamic to watch, guys. She is the WCC's leader, as not only that, but Washington State University is going to be bringing in number 10, Ashley Shackelford.
Yeah, I like that move here for sure. The Cougs need some offensive spark here. She can definitely provide that. It definitely seems like the last few minutes here, a lot of the action has been in their defensive half. And yeah, they've let up a goal and definitely are letting Seattle U get some chances here, as immediately Shackelford's impact is felt as she is here with the ball. And she wins the ball right back here. She's driving up the left side here. Shackelford to cross in right to Seattle U though. Caroline Penner sends it up here. Nobody out defending Seattle U there on that wing. All trying to stay in the box. And header there by Seattle U, just over though.
That was a very sneaky header though. You saw that kind of that ball IQ by Penner. She sent that ball in a very high angle. She's trying to get it behind the keeper. Had a little too much power, not high enough of an angle, but that could have been dangerous.
Yeah, definitely not quite sure how many basketball their fans are, but it's just trying to like float it into over your center into the net.
She was trying to Kobe it and just put a little too much power on it.
Looks like Seattle U here back with the ball after the goal kick by Stanford. Gives it right back though to the Cougs. It will be a throw in here.
If you're Washington State here with about 11 minutes remaining in the game, you're just going to want to play control. Seattle U is going to be playing aggressive, and you see just kind of how anxious their sideline is.
Yeah, definitely. For the Cougs here, it's just keeping possession. Don't give them any free giveaways. Make them, if they're going to get that ball back, make them work for it here.
And you see like kind of the arguments about the two fouls about 5 minutes ago that occurred. Both of that are anxiety arguments. That is the sign of our anxiety on both sides of the pitch, and that could lead to mistakes for or against Washington State. That's a nasty hit there.
Looks like a yellow will be given out here to Seattle U. Not quite sure which player yet.
That'll be number 22, Zoe Hopkins, who has 2 goals tonight. Oh, and
Kiara Mitchell down, I believe. Looks like she is in a lot of pain here.
Yeah, I think that
Athletic.
I think she got hit in the head. Both were going for a header. I think it was just a head-to-head collision, and she got the worst of that one.
Yeah, ref immediately calling in here for the training staff. She is down still, getting attended to. This is KUGR Sports, the student voice of the Palouse. We will be right back. Welcome back as Kiera Mitchell is getting helped off by the field. Looks like she is able to walk under her own power, though.
A little bit still being assisted by the trainer. So it looks like it's going to be that right leg, that right knee area, kind of the mid knee, the mid leg area appears to be where the injury is going to be located.
Yeah, looks like she is limping a little bit. That is going to be a tough loss here for the Cougs, as she actually did score a goal tonight, but she also provides a ton of defensive strength here for the Cougs.
Yeah, she played all 45 minutes of the first half.
And I think she's played every minute up to this point. Yeah, that is definitely very unfortunate to see. And yeah, from this point on, especially with her going out, you're just gonna have to really maintain possession here for these last 10 minutes, and just try not to don't give the ball away. And it looks like it will be Maggie Mace taking the free kick. And it looks like you see Mace drift in more to that defensive, that center back role here, as up to this point, she's definitely played more of a defensive midfielder.
Yeah, Penner was trying to create a breakout opportunity there. Washington State University able to track and control that. WSU once again trying to assert themselves. 90 minutes is 90 minutes here. There was no added time in college soccer. So if you can control it now, you're going to be able to control the rest of the game.
Cougs or Seattle U trying to get the breakaway. Peyton Price able to stop that, though. Price with the ball sends it upfield to Middleborn. Unable to get there, though, right off the head of a Seattle U defender. Seattle U here still with the ball. Seattle U with the ball here at midfield. Sends it upfield. Looks like it will be just a little too powerful. Easily went out there, and Zora Stanifer will get a free kick or a goal kick here for the Cougs.
And that's just kind of one of these passes that you're just going to get when you're down a lot. That's a pass of desperation. That's a pass of like, let's just throw the ball. You kind of use a metaphorical sense, like, let's just kick the ball, see where it goes, and find out what happens next.
The attack there definitely felt very rushed. Seattle U making 3 substitutions here. 82nd minute. Cougs still up 4-2. Seattle, though, here in the second half has been able to cut that lead in half. And Seattle U here able to get off of the foot of Aya McLinn. Throw in here for Seattle U. Seattle U here is still with the ball. Ball is sent in. Schuster here with the ball. Schuster trying to get it in. Shackelford able to get the clearance still. Middleborn here on the ball. Middleborn running up the field. Middleborn lays it off to McLinn. McLinn back to Middleborn. Seattle U able to clear that out, though. Ball is given to Penner here. Penner up on that right. On that left wing. Penner trying to get past. Penner dribbles past. Penner sends it in the box. Nobody there. Clear. Kick back. That was skied right over the goal. No chance of getting that on target. Number 4, Juju Barker on the shot there.
Yeah, Barker just cringed at herself the moment that ball left her foot. And that ball just was about 6 feet over the net at least.
Yeah, and I mean, on shots like those, you can just tell right away. Those aren't going to be anywhere on target, and you're going to want that shot back. Shackelford here with the ball at midfield. Shackelford kicks it up. Off of Smith for Seattle U. Middleborn, though, able to collect the header. Ball sent up here. Isabel Wright with the ball here. Wright with the ball. Wright trying to make a move. It looks like Wright, no foul there in the play. I think they were both going at it. 50-50 ball. Seattle U ended up winning that one, though.
She kind of went down a little bit easy as there's going to be a foul call. And as an official, you don't really want to have to have a foul call that close to a controversial decision, especially that goes against the team that wanted that ruling. I'm not sure. It looks like Schollenberger may be getting a warning here. Talking to the alternate official has already been standing with him, which indicates to me that he has been saying a lot this game. He has been saying a lot of opinions. He's very opinionated. He's a very animated sort of coach. And he's been carded multiple times in his career before, and wouldn't be shocking if he gets carded tonight.
Seattle U with a free kick sends it in here. Isabel Wright wins the ball. Wright sends it up. Middleborn trying to get the ball. And it is the goalkeeper clicks it out. McLinn with the shot. McLinn unable to get there, though. And it looks like there will be a penalty here, maybe a handball off of the Seattle U defender here. Not quite sure what the call would be here, though.
Byman with that one, and it looks to be a penalty. I saw a point. They're going to be going to, looks like video review. We don't have VAR here. It's video replay. Looks to be consulting with the referee about that decision. This is something that's going to be very important for the momentum of this game, because Seattle U has been desperate, and it looks like there's going to be a brief explanation, and it looks like it will be a penalty kick for Washington State. They're second of the night and third of the season.
The freshman, Aya McLinn, standing over it here. Looks like she will give it off to Maggie Mace, who is taking her second penalty of the season. Took one last time they were at home against NDSU in the first half, scored on that. Interesting. Will be interesting to see if she elects to go the same way, or if she does something different this time.
Yeah, it's going to be, looks like the center referee will be heading on over to the scores table. Not sure exactly, because they don't have stadium mics here, unlike MLS. So it looks like they're consulting, and
Looks like
they're going to be just talking with the Seattle U, the Seattle U staff, to see if they'll be challenging, and they're going to be going to video replay here. This is going to be our first official review of the night. It'll be interesting to see what exactly, because for regular season play, this is not we haven't seen this in women's soccer, college soccer yet. And
yeah, and on the just in the run of play, from what it initially looked like, Kurgan came out, kicked the ball, McLinn was able to get the ball. Kurgan had to sprint back into her goal. McLinn sent it in, and the only reasonable explanation I can think of was just that it went off of the arm of a Seattle U defender here.
So remember, the handball rule is that if the ball's in a natural position and makes contact with it, it is not a handball. It is only a handball if it is in an unnatural extended position. If it's just like you're moving and you physically cannot get the hand moved into a location, like in out of the way, and it hits you, you're not gaining an advantage by that, because that's just your normal body. So you can't be really punished for your body. The question is whether or not she gained an advantage by it, and whether or not it is an unnatural position. That is what the officials are going to be consulting on right now.
Yeah. It looks like we are still here in this review, and it looks like the ref has made his decision. He is coming out
after review.
Still a penalty here for the Cougs. This is a huge opportunity here in the 84th minute to, as Seattle U has been able to march back here in the second half, cut this lead in half. Here for the Cougs, they can extend this lead. Maggie Mace standing over the penalty, her second attempt of the year, 1 for 1 thus far.
Julie Woodward will be receiving her explanation. She seems relatively calm. She just wanted just a quick rundown of what's happening. I don't really see much. She seems, I think this is more a simmering sort of thing about the real first half. She is really annoyed with her team, herself, with the way they performed that first half. Even they allowed 4 goals, and one in like the opening minutes of the game that just kind of defeated their entire momentum. Their entire second half has been a response to their very bad performance in their first half. And we're going to be, and she's certainly going, she's a human, right? If you were a coach and you saw your team doing that, wouldn't you also kind of behaving the same way?
Yeah, definitely, for sure. It definitely is, whether you're a player, a coach, a fan, it's frustrating seeing your team give up a goal that early, and kind of that just spiraling into what it's become, allowing 4 goals in that first half. The second half, they've done a really good job, though, just being able to recover. But yeah, I mean, they've kind of dug themselves into a hole that might be too deep to get out of. They've done a decent job, though, trying to claw back as they've gone 2 back. But this is really, this is the last thing they needed here right now, as Maggie Mace is standing over the ball here. Ref signals. Mace takes the penalty. Kurgan with the save. Kurgan able to get a hand right on that. Cougs able to recover, though. Seattle U sends it back out. Ashley Reese on the ball here. Reese sends it up to Middleborn. Middleborn in a foot race, unable to win. Sydney Smith able to beat her there. Seattle U is going to get a throw here. And it looks like Seattle U is going to get a substitution here as well. Looks like here in the 85th minute, 5 minutes left to play. Seattle U needs 2 goals. As the Cougs still lead them 4-2 here. I mean, 2.5 minutes to get 2 goals is definitely not unbelievable. I mean, this game's gone by pretty quickly, though. Penner sends it up. Seattle U here on the ball. Seattle U in the box. Seattle U with the shot. Hopkins with the attempt. Hopkins sends it over the net, though. Corner here, though, for Seattle U. 85th minute. Second corner of the night here for Seattle U.
That is certainly something to be paying attention for. You know, Seattle U has had 7 shots this half. 7 shots. 7 of their 10 shots.
Ball is sent in. Foul. It looks like it'll be a foul here on Seattle U. Zora Standifer getting fouled there. Goal kick here for the Cougs in the 86th minute here. 4 minutes left to play in the game. Cougs still up 4-2. And you got to think here for the Cougs at this point, it's going to be just essentially not time wasting, but just trying to run this clock down.
Yeah, it is really just control keeps the opportunity for Seattle U to get a shot off.
And I think one thing here, too, for the Cougs is Seattle U's going to play physical here. Let them play physical. Don't try to match that. Draw as many fouls as you can here. Zoe Hopkins with the shot. Looks like it was last off of a Coug. Will be the third corner kick here for Seattle U in the 86th minute. Looking to get one back here to make it a 1-goal game. Seattle U here with getting ready to take the corner. Seattle U with the corner here. Just over. Not sure if that ever went in play. Ball went on top of the net. No problem there for Zora Standifer and the Cougs there.
That took about 40 seconds. If you're Washington State, you want more plays like that.
Yeah, definitely. Standifer here standing in her goal box, sends it in. Shackelford trying to win the header, unable to win the header. Maisie Kludstall here for the Cougs. Up to Middleborn. Middleborn unable to get there. Throw in here for Sydney Smith. 87th minute here. 3 more minutes to play. Sydney Smith with a throw. Sydney Smith takes the throw in. Onto Zoe Hopkins. Hopkins lays it off. Hopkins back with the ball. Hopkins up that left wing. Hopkins sends it in. Right to Standifer, able to collect it and drops down. 88th minute here, 2 minutes left to play. Standifer is definitely going to take her time with this. Standifer sends it out. On to Young. Young unable to win the ball. Shackelford with the header. Cougs unable. Little ping-ponging there around the ball. Foul by Journey Middleborn. Bit of a harsh call there, I think. But free kick here for Seattle U. Seattle U here takes the free kick, sends it in. Peyton Price with the header out. Auden Kludstall. Kludstall with the header out. Wright heads it out too. Journey Middleborn on the ball. Middleborn to McLean. McLean just sends it up. Kurgan trying to send out. Kurgan gets there. Kurgan kicks it out. Goal kick or a throw in here for the Cougs in the 80th minute. Cougs still up 4-2 though. For Seattle U, they're definitely not quite playing as aggressive as you'd expect them to be right now. Shackelford with the ball, driving up to Wright. Wright unable to get there. Right back to Seattle U. Kludstall here on the ball. 89th minute now here. Peyton Price here on the ball. Price just standing there with it. Price gives it to Reese. Reese gives it to Shackelford. Shackelford here with the ball. 89th minute here, 4-2. Middleborn tries to send it in, sends it out of bounds. Seattle U hurt the free kick or a goal kick. Kurgan standing over it. Kurgan takes the goal kick. Shackelford is able to intercept that onto McLinn. McLinn just sends it all the way across the field, as that will go out here for the Cougs. Throw in for Seattle U here in the 89th minute. Clock is still ticking here. Not much time left for Seattle U. Ball is sent out by Seattle U here. Throw in for the Cougs. 1 minute left here in the game. Seattle U needs 2 goals. It's definitely looking like the Cougs might have this one here. Alina Watts here sends it in. On to McLinn. McLinn passes in, or excuse me, that was Young. Seattle U hurt the ball. Penner gives it to Ashley Reese. About 30 seconds here left to play. Sydney Smith lets that go out. Smith with the throw in. Smith sends it in. Seattle U here is deep in their own territory with about 15 seconds left to play. Right here with the ball. Right passes it back to Watts. Watts gives it back up to right here. Right sends it out. And that is it here for the Cougs. 90 minutes gone. 4 goals scored here for the Cougs. Seattle U 2 goals. Seattle U's goals scored by 22 Zoe Hopkins. The Cougs with 4 different goal scorers. This game finishes off with Wazoo's 13th shots to Seattle U's 11. Wazoo's 4 saves to Seattle U's 3. Wazoo's 4 corner kicks to Seattle U's 3. And the Cougs 17 shots, or fouls, excuse me, to Seattle U's 15 shots. I'm Ben Walker.
And I'm Dylan Bergman.
Thank you for joining us tonight in Pullman. We will see you next time. Go Cougs.